Using the power of artificial intelligence. Cub. Yeah, wow. It's been an interesting long day. I'm sorry. I've been deep in code like since about 6 this morning. Anyway, so I use artificial intelligence in my day-to-day workflow when I program. And like I said in the last comment, I've been teaching myself computer programming for about 2 years now. And I wanted to create a class for you all to demonstrate today the dangers of artificial intelligence if we don't like I use it on a daily basis. If I have a problem and I don't know how to solve it, I'll ask it. I'll be like, hey, so like for example, at the end of every chapter that I have worked through, there are exercises and drills. Well, a lot of them are a lot of math-based questions, and I'm not a strong trigonometry calculus kind of guy. So I'll come over here and ask it all the time for help. It's a wonderful tool. Now, however, this is the dangers of artificial intelligence if we don't check it. So, like I said, I've got this class here that I created so that I can kind of do my work. This kind of just draws things. This sets the threat level, which is this member down here. It's a protected member. It's called threat detector. And threat detector is just an integer. It's just a number. It basically means 1 means no threat, peaceful. 2, on the other hand, means threat. So as you will see, as I roll down, that's another example. Okay, here's the other code. Right, so I've got this application I created. I got my screen width and height, blah, blah, blah. And what's interesting here is, of course, I'm going to use Skynet because we've all seen Terminator. And of course, I'm going to use that in this example because artificial intelligence is involved. So as you'll notice here, I created this text, nuclear threat detected, boom, of end of humanity, and that's going to be used later in the code. So we created the nuclear threat, we set it to 2, which means there's officially a nuclear threat. And so you'll notice here, in this code here, this is what's going to be interesting. If I put a semicolon here at the very end of this if statement, this would automatically happen. That's one of the dangers of AI. Misplacing semicolons and screwing up computers and or just completely crashing computers. Ask me how I know. I'll tell you a long story about that. I've crashed my computer at least 6 times in the last 2 years. So as you'll notice, I'm gonna go ahead and run this program real quick, just because I'm sure you're tired of looking at just code and want to see some action. So I'm gonna press F5, it's thinking. Skynet 2.0 initializing ... And look at that. Because I set the threat level to 2, and or if I would have put a misplaced semicolon, it would have said this same thing. Nuclear threat detected, boom, end of humanity. Now just think about it for a minute. This is just text on a screen, right? So no real damage has happened. But imagine if we allow AI to control our code, and that code is actually controlling the nuclear arsenal. We might have a serious problem.